Number 2, senior.
Well, good evening, everyone. To a late started game here. The earlier game between the Huskies and Chippewa Falls went long, and now here we are, finally getting going here. Hope the audio and video is coming through well. And with the first pitch, Derek Wales pitching to Jake Zimmerman, and batting for Blair Taylor, Austin Olson, senior. He'll be their shortstop tonight. And there we go, fastball on the outside corner. A 1-1 count. Yeah, beautiful night here. There is some dark clouds coming in, so we'll see if it ends up raining. Oh, that one's backing out of play. Yeah, this is a key game tonight. Blair Taylor comes into the matchup with a 9-2 conference record, whereas Immanuel's at a 9-1. So this is a key conference matchup for the small Dairyland title. So I think both pit teams will be throwing their best. And there it is. If he went around, that is strike 3 on 4 pitches. Derek off to a nice start. All right, come to the plate here for
number 10. Center fielder, senior, Peyton Kelly.
Yeah, so Peyton Kelly comes to the plate now. The right-handed batter for the Wildcats. Missed up high with off speed there. There you go, Derek. Some good high heat there. Peyton was a little behind on that one. A little behind on that one too. There we go. All right, 1-2 count. Derek working quickly as he normally does. A nice pitch on the outside corner there for strike 3. There you go. 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts for Derek. Good, efficient start to the game.
Batting third, the catcher, number 7, senior, Cole Trapp.
Cole Trapp comes to the plate. I seem to remember in the first game that these two met that he put a good swing on the ball, that's for sure. There it is, strike 1, getting up early in the count, which is always great, and Derek does a good job of doing that. Just missed on the outside corner. That one looked pretty close. Pretty close. Tried to get him to go chase on an outside curveball there. Did not. So now we got a 2-1 count. Yeah. Right down the middle there. And so evened up the count, 2 outs, 2-2 count. Nice high fastball, got him chasing. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Great start from Derek Wales. Well, not sure if you're able to see that on the camera, but it is starting to rain lightly here at Carson Park. So we shall see how much we're able to get in. Just looking at the radar, it looks like some stuff is coming in. Dugout is up and into it, hoping that we can get to a good start here. Derek at the plate facing Brady Thompson. He pitched the first time against us and did a really nice job. We didn't really get much against him, and ended up scoring our runs after he was out of the game in the 6th and 7th, I believe. Good lefty, hard throwing lefty who we didn't get many hits off of last time. But here we go. Here starts out with the ball a little bit high. And Derek, yeah, nice line drive down the left field line in foul territory. Seemed to be on that one. After that night's start, Derek pitching, hoping that we can get some base runners here and get some runs early. See how much of this we can get in tonight before it rains too much. And Brady now up 1-2 on Derek. Yep, catcher set up outside, and it was even farther outside, off speed. Trying to throw that curveball outside, get him to chase, and Derek did not. So 2-2 count here. Derek's really been hitting the ball real well lately, so hopefully he can keep that going. Oop, oh, high and tight, fastball, goes down swinging. All right, so next thing on the plate, Jake Zimmerman. He's been doing a lot. He's he had 2 hits, I believe, in the last game, which he's been hitting the ball hard. Just hasn't been able to find the gaps here. But last game he did, so that was good to see. Hopefully he can keep that going here. Jake. There's strike 1. So yeah, Thompson does a nice job of pounding that strike zone for the most part. That's what I remember from the first outing. That was the first game of the season, so both teams have had a lot of games since then. I think Thompson has been doing a majority of the pitching for Blair Taylor, kind of similar to what Wales has been doing for us. There's the ball. There we go, 2-1. 2-1 count. There we go. I think that might be right at the center fielder, yep. So we got the barrel on it, just a little bit too far under it. So there we go. Out number 2 brings Cam Nelson to the plate. I think Cam's still batting right around 500. He's had a lot of good hitting this year, that's for sure. Sophomore's really done a good job of just getting the barrel on the bat and hitting line drives and gaps. Good cut on that one. 0-1. All right, 0-2 count. If there's any issues with the broadcast or anything like that, my phone's over on the other next door with the other broadcast or the folks that are doing the scoreboard and such. But I can run over there and check a text. This is Dan Siddle. Some of you have my number, or you can put a comment, I think, on this live stream and thumbs up or whatever. But hopefully it's working out well for those of you out there. Got a 1-2 count. There's Cam. Nice little line drive into center field. Nice work. It's just what he does. Nice work there. All right, so a 2-out hit. That'll bring Sawyer Sitto to the plate. I think the first time we played these folks, Sawyer had a couple hits, 1 or 2 against this guy. So I think hopefully you can see that lefty curveball and stay off some of the high stuff. But here we go. Runner on first, 2 outs. It's a little bit high, fastball. I don't remember this guy having a great move to first, even as a lefty. But he does throw hard enough, and I think this catcher has a pretty good arm, so I don't know if we did a lot of stealing last time. Ooh. Yeah, that was high and away, and I heard Sawyer say, "Oh my." Yes, that was not his best swing. All right, here we go. 1-1, get refocused. There we go, let's get barrel on it. Is he gonna get over him? No. hit it hard, just right at the right fielder. Got a good barrel on it, but that's baseball. All right, so after one complete, 0-0. All right, here we go on the top of the second. Again, yeah, usually you hear Grant Bernthal, but we gave him the option, and he decided to go be down in the dugout tonight, which I'm all for, and be part of this big game. But yeah, we do appreciate when he's up here, calling the games for everybody out there. There you go, Derek. Oh, there's one almost got us. Oh, yep, that was close. All right. 0-2 count. Derek working efficiently. Almost shared a baseball with all of you at home here. There you go, strike three. Man, he's working efficient tonight. Let's see, 4 up, 4 down, 4 Ks. That's a pretty good start, I would say. So we're coming to the 5th batter of the night here. Matt Beck, sophomore and right fielder. Yeah, I could see them maybe try to get something on the some bat on the ball and try to do some bunting or something like that to try to slow this down. But that was hit pretty well. Right at Cam though, backhands it. Nice throw to first. Good and efficient. All right, there we go. First Blair Taylor batter to put something into play, but right at Cam Nelson, he made a nice play. And over to Tanner there for out number 2.
At the plate, third baseman, sophomore, number 25, Ty Cranberry.
Yeah, so here, Ty Tranberry, the third baseman up at the plate. Yep, Derek getting on top. Nice fastball, right? Getting 0-1 count here right off the bat. Nice off-speed pitch. Yep. Nice work there. That one had some good movement on it. 0-2 count. Ooh, just missed. Just a little bit low. Jake thought that it was a good one, but not quite. Good enough. There you go, strike 3. Nice work. All right. So that is another efficient inning from Wales. We go to the bottom of the second. All right, here we go on the bottom of the second. Seth Bernthal to the plate. Here we go. Hopefully, we got one hit there in the first inning. Hopefully, we can get some more base runners here in the second. The rain seems to have maybe slowed down a little bit, but still just lightly drizzling. Yeah, there we go, ball one on the outside and high. Good pop on that fastball, though, from Thompson. Oh, there you go. Got a bat on a little bit late on it, but all right, 1-1 count. Another fastball from Thompson. 1-1. Ooh, nice curveball on the outside half of the plate there. 0-2 count. Nice pitch there. What's he going to come back with? Ooh, inside. That hit him, I think. Nope. Oh, it did not. I thought it did. Huh, interesting. There, it looked like it was close. All right, here, 2-2 count. Came back with a fastball on the inside part. I could see him maybe going back to that curveball again here, but we'll see. Nope, high fastball. All right, fouled it off, 2-2. Dugouts cheering them on. Fancy new dugouts here at Carson Park this year. Quite an improvement. Ooh, curveball hung it a bit. Bernthal hung with it, but right at the third baseman. All right. So that is out number one. We'll bring Caden Lillo to the plate. So Caden Lillo comes to the plate. He had a big hit in our last game. Last couple games, he's had some nice line drives there to left field. Hopefully he can keep that going here tonight. Fastball up in the zone for strike one. Lillo did tick that one. Got a little piece of it. Caught by the catcher. Good hack on a first pitch. A fastball outside. Catcher was set up out there, and it was a ball. 1-1 count. Looks like we got 27 people watching tonight. That's great. People realize it's a big one. Oh, is he going to get there? Ooh, nice play by the second baseman. Good catch. Looked like that was off the end of the bat, potentially. Just a little blooper there. Short infield. Lillo was not able to find some green on that one. So Tanner Quaid comes to play now with 2 outs. Hopefully we can extend some at bats and get some base runners here. Oop, that is high. High fastball, ball one. Ooh, we're up to 33 people watching the game tonight. That's awesome. Ooh, ball two. All right, Tanner. Tanner has gotten quite a few walks this season, so wouldn't mind a base runner right now. Wouldn't want a base runner. Here we go. Timeout called by Quaid. 2-0 count. Ooh, off speed inside. Went to the off speed. A little bit surprised by that at a 2-0 count, but so it goes. 3-0. He's got to try to come back against Quaid now. I'm sure he'll be taking on the 3-0 here. Yep, take inside fastball. He's on. All right, so Lancers have a runner. Second time, 2-out runner. Yeah, I think that was first inning was the same way too. So here, Owen Albrecht comes to the plate. Right fielder Owen Albrecht. So hoping Owen can keep us going here with a 2-out rally. Here we go. So Quaid takes the lead at first. I haven't seen the move to first. Yeah, there it is. Yep. Everyone at home could probably see him starting to lean to first before he threw it. And that was exactly when you can tell he's going to throw to first. All right. So Tanner safely back. Let's see if they want to run here. Nope. All right. High fastball. He started out with a lot of high fastballs for a lot of hitters tonight. So Lancers, for the most part, have not chased them. So he did show. The ump said he did not pull back in time. So that is a 1-1 count. Catcher came up throwing, trying to catch Quaid off. Oop, there's another high fastball. All right. So a lot up in the zone fastballs so far. So a 2-1 count here, 2 outs. I don't know if they'll... Oh, there's another high fastball. All right, good job. Owen did a nice job hanging off of that. So 3-1 count. We'll take another free one. Hopefully we can get one here. There he comes back. Comes back. All right. Fastball low and in. And that's a strike. So full count, 2 out. Tanner should be rolling on the pitch. Make sure he goes home, and then he should be going. And hopefully Owen can come through here. Back. He got picked off. Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that is the 3rd out of the inning. All right, beautiful night, except for the rain, which is picked up again now here. So here we go, top of 3rd. That one is hit straight up. We got Landon coming under it pretty high. Good work, Landon. 1 pitch, 1 fly ball from the numbers for the 7 spot hitter there. Now come Kobe Dahl, freshman left fielder, batting 8 tonight for the Wildcats.
Number 15, freshman, Kobe Dahl.
There you go, fastball just off the outside edge there. Ball 1. Good pop on that one. There you go, there's a nice pop on that fastball too. I think he threw it by him there, 1-1. Yeah, rain definitely has picked up a little bit. Still not too bad, but as you look at the lights, you can definitely see it coming down. There's a nice strike, another fastball. There we go, 1-2. See what they go to here. It's been very efficient tonight, relying on locating his fastball where. There it is. Good location on that fastball. Fastball, 1-2 count. Got him to chase. Nice work, Derek there. Now it brings the number 9 batter up to the plate here. Cale Knutson, another freshman, the second baseman. All right, so Derek threw 8 batters so far, looking at 6 strikeouts. Come to the number 9 batter here. 2 outs. Strike. Upper part of the zone there, but gave it to him. Blair Taylor not exactly agreeing with the call, but a 1 count nonetheless. There's strike 2. All right. Good pop on that fastball, that's for sure. 0-2 count. We got around on that one pretty well. Oof. He put a nice barrel on that. Yeah, nice line drive down the left field line. Landed about 5-6 feet out of play. Caden hustled over there real well, but he got his barrel on that inside fastball. Got his hands through real well. So still 0-2 count, but nice work on that. So 0-2 count, 2 outs. And 9 better. See what they go with here. Ooh, tried to get him to chase with off speed there on the outside half. He did not. So good location. Oh, 2 count. Try to get him to chase a little bit. Ooh, nice fastball right on the outside black of the plate. Beautiful spot for that. All right, another strikeout for Wales. Here we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Okay, here we go to the bottom of the 3rd, and with Tanner getting picked off there to end the inning, and well, Owen, he gets to get back in there, restart that count, restart his at bat. When he was in there before, it does not count. So here we go. We start over again. Owen Albrecht back in the box here to start us in the bottom of the 3rd. Got to see a number of pitches in that first quasi at bat. Fastball in the outer portion there, swing and a miss. Good cut on it. A little bit late, but if we can start a little bit sooner here. There we go. Strike 2. Another fastball. All right. Good aggressive swing. 0-2. 0-2. Yeah. Thompson tried to really get him to chase a high and outside fastball. Owen did not. 1-2 count. Down and in, another fastball, just missed. All right, 2-2 count. Owen extending this at bat, similar to the one in the previous inning. Ooh, yeah, that was a little bit up, but he was able to get his bat on it there to extend the bat. Lancers are doing a good job of extending some at bats here, getting the pitch count up for Thompson, which could get to be key in the later innings, similar to their first meeting. Ooh, another high fastball on the out, high and up. That is 3-2. Good job by Albrecht staying off of that one. So another full count. Owen extends another one to full count. He's worked through at least 10 pitches. Oh, there, a nice hit. Oh man, he hit a nice line drive, ground ball, hard hit, just a little bit next to the second baseman there, but it was a nice barrel. Hit it sharply, like seeing that. So here we go, 1 out. That'll bring Landon Hammett, our second baseman, up to the plate. High and in fastball. Landon did swing at it, fouled it off. Probably was out of the zone, maybe hit his hand a little bit, so he's taking his time, and here we go. All right, 0-1 count to Hammett. Lefty against lefty, always a challenge. Ooh, there's strike 2. All right, down early, now he's got to try to fight back. Ooh, fastball down the middle. All right, strike 3 on Hammett. That's out number 2. So it'll get us back to the top of the order with Derek Will. Derek got some nice swings on the first at bat. He just struck out swinging to a high and tight fastball. Let's see what he can do the second time here. Ooh, that ball missed quite a bit outside. Surprised I haven't seen more curveballs on these lefty on lefty at bats. Maybe we'll see one here if he can get ahead. Thompson, but we'll see. There it is, one. Yep. Kind of figured that might happen. All right, 1-1 count, curveball. Nice work. Lefty on lefty. Fastball outside corner, just caught the outside edge of the plate. Nice pitch. And then the ump gave it to him on the outside corner there. Another outside fastball. That one outside quite a bit. All right, 2-2 count, extending at bats. Here we go. See what Derek can do. Could see him coming back with a curveball here. That worked out pretty well the other time he threw it. We'll see. Yep, there it is. Yep, and strike 3. All right, we go to the top of the 4th here. Nobody scored yet. Lancers only have 1 hit. Blair Taylor doesn't have any, but we'll go in here the top of the 4th. And here we go to the top of the 4th here. Rain is still coming down. Thankfully not too hard yet, but it is picking up. So here we go, top of 4th, top of the order. This was a strikeout for Wales first time through. Off speed, went off speed on the first pitch there on the outside corner for a ball. Outside. Yeah, Austin Olson there, shortstop. Fastball outside, just missed. All right, first time tonight Wales has gotten down on a count like this, 2-0, but he'll battle back. There you go. There you go. There's a nice strike. Fouled back over the grandstand for 2-1 count. That one is high towards first base. Tanner is settling under it, and he caught it. All right. Had to backpedal at the end there a little bit, but he did come up with it. So that's a fly ball to the first baseman for out number 1. All right, now Peyton Kelly comes to the plate, senior. He was a strikeout first time through, too. All right. Ball from Wales there to get started. I don't know if the rain's starting to cause issues or not. Ooh, that one's really hit well to left center. That is really deep. All right, looks like it's going to land over the fence for a home run. Wow, he really got into that one. I didn't think it was going to carry that far, but it sure did. So that is a home run for Peyton Kelly. For a first hit of the ball game for Blair Taylor, and obviously first run. All right, so here we go. I got to bounce back from that now. 1 out, 1 run. He got a really nice swing on that fastball and drove it to deep left center here at Carson Park into the football field. Oh, there we got a really hard bunt, and it looks like that got by. Yep, got by Wales, and then the overthrow to first. Thankfully, he's not going to second, but a really hard bunt just past Wales there for a hit. So I guess that's we'll call that a hit. Nice hard bunt, got to the shortstop, and Lancers couldn't come up with it. The rain is increasing. Here it is. All right, 1 out. Rain is starting to come down a little bit harder. Runner on first. Blair Taylor, after that home run, and now a bunt hits, is making some noise. Oh, nice play. Oh, that was nice. Nice, really close. Derek, nice move before going set. Caught Blair Taylor, runner, a little bit off guard there, so nice move. I can start to hear even the rain on the metal rooftops of the new dugouts here at Carson Park. So it's definitely increased. Runner stays. Swing through strike one. This is Brady Thompson, the pitcher. And he was a strikeout first time through. Coach wants them to look at him. He's trying to give some signs. All right. 0-1 count, 1 out. We'll see if they try to send a runner here. Try to get somebody else in scoring position. Nope, not going. Ooh, got another towering fly ball right above home plate. Oh, Wales gonna throw to. We gotta throw. Gotta throw to second. Nope. All right, so we got a towering fly ball straight up. Unfortunately, it fell. And we weren't able to get the runner at second. So now we have runners on first and second, 1 out, unfortunately. That was a towering fly ball, and I don't know if the lights, and not playing under the lights here yet this year, might have played into that one. Those are tough, those ones that are just straight up like that. So now we got to try to bounce back and battle through here with runners on first and second, 1 out. All right, so who's coming to the plate here? It's Matt Beck, sophomore. He hit one to Cam, I think pretty well. On one, maybe this first pitch even, hit a nice sharp ground ball right at Cam for an out. First inning, we got a bunt, shows bunts, fouls it straight back for strike number 1. Yeah, I could see them trying to manufacture some things here. We're going to do a lot of drying of baseballs here tonight. That's for sure, as the rain keeps on picking up. So here we go, 0-1 count. Blair Taylor trying to push the runners across with some bunting. Answers first and second. Seth's got to stay home, so Derek's got to field a bunt here. Here it comes. Oop, that is high. He goes, but that gets by Zimmerman. So that is strike number 2 with the bunt attempt, but it does get past Zimmerman on a high fastball. So here we go, 0-2 count. It did the work that they wanted it to get their both runners in scoring position, but it is an 0-2 count with 1 out. All right, so 0-2 count here. 1 out. Oh, just missed outside there, outside fastball. Okay, here we go, 1-2 count. All right. 1-2 count from Wales. Nice fastball. Ooh, just missed. That one was close. That one looked pretty close. He did not get the call on that one. And Zimmerman goes out to talk to him here a little bit. 2-2 count. All right, 2-2 count, 1 out. Runners on second and third. Wales digging deep. Curveball. Oh, he just got his bat on that one. Just flew it out there. Was able to foul it off. Keep the setback going. Fastball, and followed it straight back. All right, 2-2 count, extending the set bat here. Doing a nice job here. 2-2 count, 1 out. Runners on second and third. There. Yeah, Zimmerman definitely thought that was a strike in the lower part of the zone. Unfortunately, our blue did not agree. So here we go. 3-2 count. 1 out. Derek Whale right down the middle with that strike. All right, fastball. Good work. Way to battle through that at bat. Now here we go. 2 outs on that looking K. And coming to the plate now is Ty Tranberg. Strikeout first time through. Third base. Okay. First pitch, fastball low and outside. Pretty steady rain here at Carson Park, that's for sure. There's low. And Jake did a nice job of picking that one in the dirt. But 2-0 count here. Whale needs to battle back. There's a strike as the rain continues to a little bit more. We'll see. We'll see how this goes here. 2-1. Nice pitch. Nice pitch. So 2-2 count. 2 out. And hopefully Wales can finish this one out and get in the dugout. Fastball just missed. All right. 3-2, 2 out. And the 3-2 pitch. Oh, I don't know where that one was, but I'm quasi-biased, I'll admit. I saw that one as a strike. Umpire did not. So we move on. All right, bases loaded, 2 out. I try not to say what I think about that call, and we'll move on. All right. Here we go. 3-2 count. 2 outs now. Bases are loaded. There's a tower. All right, so shows bunt with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Bow trip. He hit a towering fly ball to second base his first time out. Just outside, evidently. All right, it's painting the edge. Just did not get the call. 1-1 count. 2 out. There we go. High and tight fastball on the swing. We got a 1-2 count. All right, so Wales is up. Bases loaded. This is the number 7 batter in the Blair Taylor lineup. Fastball down the inside half. Strike 3. All right, so here we go. Blair Taylor gets their run on that blast to left center and then gets 3 base runners. Lancer survived that and just give up the 1 run. And now we got to try to put something together here as the rain keeps coming down. All right, bottom of fourth here. Immanuel's got to answer after that one run in the top of the fourth. Wildcats. Back to Jake Zimmerman here, number 2 batter in the order. He hit a nice, he hit a fly ball to center field, got a barrel on it, just right at the center fielder. Low fastball, Jake followed that back over the grandstand. Rain is pretty steady now. I wouldn't call it a drizzle anymore. It's a pretty steady rain out there. Going through a lot of baseballs. Jake curveball, swing and miss on the inside part of the plate. 0-2 count. 0-2 count. Thompson wheels. 0-2. Nobody out. Outside fastball. Outside half fastball. Jake did a nice job of staying off of that. So 1-2 count. Inside, Jake jumps out of the way. So 2-2 count, inside fastball there. I think the Lancers want to be patient here. I think it's going to be harder to pitch as the rain keeps coming down here. Jake does. That's a curveball on the outside plate. Go right down the right field line. Right fielder catches it on the line. Didn't hit it overly sharply. Fly ball down the right field line, but right fielder ranged over there and caught it on the line. It probably was just outside of your view. I apologize for that I did not have it adjusted so you could see that. Anyway, caught on the right field line. Coming to the plate now, Cam Nelson. Cam had a hit up the middle on his first at bat. And he stranded up first. There's another chopper up the middle. Second baseman ranging, got under his glove. I think we're going to call that a hit. I think that was going to be a tough play. I doubt that one was going to get anybody out. Take a really nice play. So another hit, we're going to call it for Cam Nelson on the chopper up the middle. Coming to the plate now, Sawyer Siddle with 1 out. Joe Law calls him over. I guess they're going to talk something over here real quick. And then get us rolling here. 1 out. Nice to have Nelson on base again. Here we go. Inside in the dirt. Nice block by the catcher there. That saved getting the runner to second. Nice work on that. Not an easy one. That far inside. Ball 1. Nelson with a pretty short lead. That's all right. Ball 2. Be patient and make sure it's one you can drive here. Make sure it's a good drive pitch. Inside half of the plate for strike 1. 2-1 count. 1 out. All right, and I hit it pretty sharply, but well foul down the right field line. Umpire's calling for baseballs from the dugout. So a 2-2 count here, 1 out. Rain keeps coming down. Swing and strike 3. No Cam. Okay. All right, so a swing and miss on that fastball on the inside part of the plate for Sawyer. It was dropped, but since first base was occupied, less than 2 outs, he cannot run to first. Cam started thinking about getting off, but wisely did get back to first. So 2 outs. Coming to Seth Bernthal. Seth, a chopper up the middle. I don't think that one's going to get through. Nope. So shortstop ranges over, makes the play. And that is the end of the inning for the Lancers, going to the top of the 5th with the Wildcats up 1-0. All right, I tried to pan around a little bit so you could see the rain coming down. It's coming down, that's for sure. See it pooling there on the concrete sidewalks there in the grandstands, and it looks like a monsoon if you look at it up near the lights. But yeah, it's coming down. And ball one from Wales here to get us started, and the top of the fifth. So they're trying to bring in new baseballs here, trying to keep whatever they can dry. It's going to go through a lot of baseballs tonight. There's strike on the outside half of the plate there. 1-1 count, Wales. Where are we in the order here? This is the number 8 batter, Colby Dahl, freshman. He was a strikeout first time through. Yep, they followed that one back just over our heads here. So 1-2 count, bringing in a new baseball. Trying to do whatever they can to keep baseballs dry and get them back in play. So it's one of those nights. If they have a lot of towels over there. 1-2 count, off speed, nice pitch. There we go. Wales got him swinging there for out number 1. That brings up the number 9 batter, Cale Knutson, the second baseman. He was a strikeout looking his first time through here, but I seem to remember he did put a nice swing on one down the left field line, but that one high fastball, he wasn't close to that one. So 1-2, 0-1 count. 0-1 count. Wales goes a little bit higher with that fastball. He did not chase. All right, 1-1 count. Wales trying to clear off his cleats in the grass. It's probably one of those times where the clay is starting to stick to the bottom, kind of cake in there. You almost need to bring some sort of stick out there to clean them out from time to time. Oh, line drive down the left field line. That's a nice hit. Lillo does field it, comes up throwing. Lillo did a nice job of cutting that one off. That one was close to squirting by him. It was hit pretty hard right down the line there. Did a nice job fielding that one, getting it back in cleanly to keep the runner on first. So, like he did the first time through, Cale, this one, he was able to keep fair on a nice line drive to left field for a hit. So that brings us back to the top of the order for the Wildcats. Austin Olson here, strikeout, and then a towering fly over there to Tanner at first base. So 1 out, runner on first, as Olson steps into the box. Wildcats have mustered 3 hits tonight. That's a high fastball, ball 1. Batter taking his time cleaning out his cleats, but now he's back in there. All right, 1-0 count. Oh, there you go. Swing and miss. 1-1. All right, pretty constant rain here. See people over in the dugout there trying to towel off baseballs. It's one of those nights you want some long innings when it's your team batting, and short innings when you're on the field. There's a bunt right back at Wales. He's going to go to second with it. Got him. Going to first. Nope, not in time. All right, so got the lead runner there. Nice work by Wales getting off the mound quickly, not hesitating, going to second right away. Get that lead runner on that bunt right back up the middle. So that gets us to 2 outs with runner on first. Nice work. You always wonder sometimes, you always worry sometimes with these bunts, you're coming in, racing in, and wet grass that you might lose your footing. But Wales did a nice job of keeping his feet and making a nice play there to second. Cam ready to try to turn the double play. Just that's a tough one on a bunt to get a double play, but nice effort anyway. So here we go to the Peyton. They hit the home run last time around. The towering home run, Peyton Kelly, a senior center fielder. Yeah, so I'm sure they may approach him a little bit differently. He really got into that fastball, let's just say, that last time through. All right, 2 outs. Wales, first pitch, high fastball, ball 1. All right, got him to chase there. High. That was a high outside fastball. Got him to chase though. 1-1. Nice work. Let's see what Peyton can do here. Runner going. Nice throw by Zimmerman. Got him. Ooh, they may not like that call. All right. Ball beat him there. Zimmerman, nice throw. Cam, nice tag. It was a nice slide. Hard to tell from here, but he looks like he was going around it. But hard to tell, obviously. I have no idea from up here. Did the best he could. And since the ball beat him there, tag was there, he had called him out. So there we go. So Lancers, good work. Getting out of that. Just one hit that inning. And we go to the bottom of the fifth. All right, here we go to the bottom of the fifth. Here, Caden Little's going to get us started here. He hit a kind of a short foul ball or fly ball to the second baseman there that he caught kind of diving in on and first time through the order here. So Caden coming to the plate. Still Thompson on the mound. He's done a good job again tonight. Lefty's done a nice work, similar to the first time we faced him down there in Blair Taylor. Outside fastball, well outside, missed. Oh, coach is coming out for a mound visit. We shall see. Alright, here we go. Mound visit. I think it was just, I don't know if the pitcher had slipped on that last pitch or what, or I don't know. Anyway, just a mound visit to go check out the mound. There's ball number 2. I imagine they can start making some, well, yeah. If we get after 4 complete, it could be considered a complete game. Should the rain make this one hard to continue. So we need to score as soon as we can. Keep this one going. There's ball number 3. Good work by Lillo here. We could use some base runners. I'm sure he's taking on this one. Need some base runners to get us going and keep this game going, just in case. There is ball 4. All right, 4 straight balls. Not a lot of them very close, so that maybe Thompson's struggling with the rain now, but yeah, I don't think we've had maybe one other walk here tonight, but that's a good start. Good job by Lillo not chasing to give us, yeah, it's only the second walk of the night for Thompson. He did walk Quaid his first time up. Okay, so now all the umps are going out to check out the mound. Coaches are getting called out to the mound here to check out field conditions. Evidently, we'll be back. Okay, it looks like they're calling the players off the field. It looks like they're going to get the tarp to cover up the mound here to try to ride out the heavier rain here. Hopefully make it a little bit more playable after we let some of this rain pass. We shall see. I'm going to have to shut off the mic because we will be playing, I imagine, music through this whole time. But hang on. Hopefully we're able to play here in a little bit. Yeah, it looks it looks like the gate over there is locked or something, so they can't even get the tarps onto the field. So we shall see. I see Prof. Lau has his phone out to try to figure out if we can get a hold of somebody with the city. We shall see. Well, they're doing the best they can out there to put some quick dry down, but I don't know. It's still raining pretty good, so we'll see what happens. All right, so for those of you, 23 of you, good work hanging out through that rain delay here. Looks like we got enough quick dry on the mound and the batter's boxes where people think we are good to go. It's still raining. Maybe it's a little bit lighter than at that worst point, but it's still coming down. So here we're going to let them warm up a little bit more and resume play with runner on first. All right, play is resuming here at Carson Park. Tanner Quaid coming to the plate. Caden Little on first after getting a walk and then having that rain delay. So here we go. Ball one up in the zone. Yeah, this should be interesting. Hopefully Lancers can be disciplined. There might be some freebies here with the weather. He's going to get picked off. Caught him leaning. Caden Little picked off at first. All right, that's the danger with the lefty. Unfortunate in a close game. Gotta keep our base runners, that's for sure. All right, that's ball two. 2-0 count. All right, here we go. Well, hopefully Quaid can get us restarted with base runner here. 2-0 count. Nothing real close so far on those first two pitches. Well, there's one right down Main Street. All right, 2-1 count. I think Quaid was taken all the way there with the weather conditions as they are. Here we go. Quaid, 2-1 count. 1 out. There's a strike on the outer half of the plate. 2-2 count to Quaid. Quaid calls timeout. All right, 2-2 count, 1 out. All right, that's outside. Went off speed and did not get that to curve back in the zone. 3-2 count. Quaid. Fastball down the middle. All right, got him in the swing and miss there. 2 outs. Coming to the plate, Owen Albrecht here. Owen hit it nice and sharp right at the second baseman. First time up. Good bat on that one. Get that through. Oh, nice hit by Albrecht. That's a nice hard hit ground ball. Got by the shortstop there in the center field for a 2-out hit. Good work jumping on that first fastball by Albrecht. All right, coming to the plate, Lamont Hammett. He struck out looking his first time in. Here we go, 2 outs, runner on second. Hopefully Lancers can have a little 2-out rally here. Get something going.
Now combination number 1, Landon Hummel.
Landon comes to the plate here. You got a strike on the outer half of the plate there from the lefty. All right, the 0-1 pitch here to Hammett. Albrecht on first. Showing bunt, gets it down right back at the pitcher though. There we go. All right, 3 outs. We head to the top of the 6th. Lancers down 0-1. All right, with that, Lancers last inning caught the runner stealing, so that brings Peyton Kelly back into the box for another opportunity. He's the one who hit that one deep into left center field home run. Yeah, so here we go, top of the sixth. Rain has again, unfortunately, picked up a little bit. Right in time for the Lancers to be out in the field. Unfortunately, a 2-0 count to get this batter started. 2-0 count. Good swing on that one, but fouled it back. So 2-1 count to Peyton Kelly. Derek battling through the rain here. Ooh. Just outside, 3-1. 3-1 pitch. Missed outside again. All right. So they got a runner on first, nobody out. That'll bring their number 3 batter, Cole Trapp, to the plate. He struck out his first time up and had a hit his second time up. I think it was the bunt hit. Yeah, it was the bunt hit. Just past Derek there and beat it out. So nobody out. Heart of their order up. Good swing on that one. That was down the left field line hard. It's going to get past Little all the way to the fence. And so that's going to score from first. And then easy second, easy double. That one was a line drive. Ripped down the line. Landed maybe 3-4 feet in play. And so that will be a double. And the runner will score all the way from first on that hard hit line drive. And Blair Taylor is fired up. So they'll get a run on that double down the line after the leadoff walk to start out the inning. So nobody out, brings up Brady Thompson, their cleanup hitter. The pitcher struck out and then got on an error. That's what I have in my book. So 4 hits, I think, for the Wildcats there. The inside half of the plate fastball called strike 1. Alright, so Lancers down 0-2. There. Line ball from the second baseman. Oh, gets by Hammett, unfortunately. And then that's going to score the runner. Jake's going to try to get the guy at second. Going to throw it into center field. Alright, so that one stings a little bit. Unfortunately, ground ball gets by Hammett. That's an error, and then tried to get the guy at home, unfortunately, and could not get the guy at second either. So, nobody out. Runner scores 2 runs this inning on that error. All right. Nobody out. And we're going to the 5th batter here, Matt Beck. He grounded out to short and struck out looking so far this game. There's a hard hit ball to center. Sawyer fields it cleanly, comes up. That one was sharply hit to center line drive. So runner gets a hit. The hit to center field. Runner advances to third. First and third here. Nobody out. That'll bring up Ty Tramberg, third baseman, who struck out and walked first 2 times up. Alright, so Zimmerman and Derek talking it over. Gonna have to dig down deep here this inning. Nobody out. Runners on first and second. A couple hard hit balls by the Wildcats, and then that error has led to 2 runs for the Wildcats. The first and third call is 32. I don't know what that is. We'll see if the Wildcats are going on the pitch. I think they are. Yep, they are going. Shows fake bunt, no throw. Runners on second and third. Ball 1.
Third baseman, number 22, Ty Campbell.
All right, we got a bunt. That's a nice bunt on the first baseline. That will score a run. And runner will advance to third. All right, so that's run number 3 this inning on that sacrifice bunt. All right, we got an out, but they got another run. All right, 4-0 Wildcats. Playing some small ball there to get some additional runs. Not a bad idea. Here we go to Bo Trapp here. Fly to second baseman and strikeout. Looking at another bunt here, trying to get it down. Same thing. They will score another run on that bunt. All right, 2 nice bunts. Playing small ball to get runs. Manufacture things. So that will be 4 runs this inning for the Wildcats. Capitalizing on a couple hits, an error, and then some nice bunts to get the runners in. Both of those are well placed down the first base line. Nice sacrifices. Did not have a chance at plays at home plate. So here we go, 2 outs. Lancers got a lot of work to do. Just want to get through this inning, get back hitting, see if they can chip away at this. Strike 1. Wales gets on top. Wales, and deals high fastball. That one is ripped into center field, line drive. So there we go. Another hit for the Wildcats this inning. Thumbs up to their number 9 batter. This is Cale Knutson. Struck out looking, then had a nice line drive down the left field line for a hit the second time up. So Cale comes to the plate with 2 outs, runner on first. Check at first. Nice move by Wales. Didn't quite get him though. Rain keeps falling here in Carson Park. Strike. Wales gets on top. Strike 1. Checks a runner at first. Tanner gets a tag on. Nice hit down the third base line. Oop! Oh! Seth fielded it well. Did not get it there though. Threw it into right field. Now we're going to score all the way from first. Tanner needs to get the ball in. And runner advances to third on the error. All right, so the runner will score all the way from first on the error. And the batter who hit it down to third base there, Cale Knutson, will advance all the way over to third on the throw. So here we go. Inning continues. 2 outs. 5 runs for the Wildcats. Back to the top of the order here with Austin Olson. Oop, that's going to be a wild pitch. Going to get by Zimmerman. No play. All right, another run for the Wildcats. Okay, so 6-run inning here. 6-run inning for the Wildcats. 2 outs. Ball 1 on Austin Olson. Obviously not the way the Lancers wanted this to snowball in this inning. One of those innings, unfortunately, that just is not going our way, and Wildcats are capitalizing in a big game. Tough conditions tonight with wet ball and all that, so it can be challenging when they put the ball in play, and Wildcats have done that. They put the ball in play quite a bit here. Hit the ball hard on occasion too, and they've capitalized. 1-0 count. Fastball through it by him there. Curveball. I was up 2-1. Line drive up the middle. That's going to be another hit for the Wildcats. Good hitting by the Wildcats there. So we got another runner. And Lau's going to make a trip out to the mound and talk it over here. 2 outs for the Wildcats. All right, so we're going to have a pitching change here. I think Jake Zimmerman's going to go from catcher to pitcher, and I think Derek's going to go from pitcher to catcher. I think we're going to do that old swap here. I think we're probably getting to that 100 pitch threshold with some of these longer innings. And so, yeah, we'll have Zimmerman here coming to the mound to try to finish off this inning and the next. As the Lancers hope to get this last out and get some more runs for themselves. All right, so here we're going to get going here with Zimmerman pitching now. The rain's still coming down. The other part, we see some puddles starting to develop is near first base there. Otherwise, it seems to be holding up pretty well the field. Rain may have let up a little bit here to let's say a steady drizzle. But it is steady still. So here we go. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Wildcats already have 6 runs this inning. And we'll see if Zimmerman can close this inning out quickly. There it is, strike 1. Some off-speed stuff there to get him started here with the number 2 batter, Peyton Kelly, who struck out, homered, and walked tonight. There's a nice swing on that one. That I think is going to get out of play. Yep, it does. Gets into the net there behind home plate. 0-2 count. So Zimmerman getting up early on this one. Now they're looking for a dry baseball. Throwing one in from the dugout. All right, 0-2 count to Peyton Kelly. Again, he was the one who had the big home run in the 4th inning. Runner goes. Good swing on that one. Fouls it back. So 0-2 count still. Runner returns to first. Hey, big shout out to the 24 or 26 of you that have been riding this one out late into the night. Yeah, I know it hasn't gone the way we wanted to here, but Lancers are still fighting through the rain, so thanks for sticking with them. All right, 0-2 count here. Hopefully you're going to nibble the edges here and get him to chase something here. And the 0-2, runner does not go this time. Ooh, got him to swing and miss. Good work, Jake Zimmerman. Some off speed there. Low in the zone, got him to chase. Good 0-2 pitch. Well, that was a tough one. Number of hits, a couple errors, and that's what happens. And some nice bunts. It was, not our best. That was our worst inning so far this year. And so it goes. And so they had 6 runs. Now it is 7-0 Wildcats going into the bottom of the 6th. All right, here we go to the bottom of the 6th. Wales will lead us off here. He's had a couple strikeouts. Hoping to put the ball in play here to get a starter or get a base runner. Ooh, that's way high and above his head. That'll be ball 1. All right, we got to be real patient, chip away at this, not do anything too aggressive on the base paths, and see if we can chip away at this inning. That is a ball on the outside edge there, low. 2-0 count to Wales. And low and outside again to Wales, so 3-0 count. Will be taken here, I'm sure. Try to get some base runners. And that's the inside corner. Yep, they gave it to him. All right, 3-1. 3-1 pitch. That is low and outside. Okay, so we got a base runner. Good work, Derek. Get us a base runner. Need a lot more of those here. So coming up to the plate, Jake Zimmerman. He's had a couple flyouts, one to center and one to right so far tonight. Croft Law tells him hitting strikes. Yep, that's what we want to do at this point. Be a little bit choosy. Put a good swing on those right down the middle. Get a line drive if you can. That one, that's hard hit at the second baseman. That's gonna not. And he's gonna miss it. Wales is gonna attack. He's gonna get to third too. All right, so that one, probably an error on the second baseman, and then another error to try to flip it to second. Probably would have had Wales if he would have flipped it and made it there on time, or that would have been a nice flip. He probably would have got him anyway, but he didn't. And on that flip that gets by the shortstop, Wales advances to third. So now we have first and third, nobody out on that error. All right, so first and third here. I don't think we're going to be real aggressive, right? We need a lot more than just Jake scoring here. We'd like to get a few here. Nobody out. Getting our number 3 batter here, Cam Nelson. I think he's had a pair of hits already. On doing his thing. Line drives up the middle. Hard grounders up the middle. keeps on doing his thing. Ball 1. Yeah, it's a sign of life here for the Lancers. First time we've had this kind of. Oh, that's a fly ball. Could be shallow center field. Center fielder coming in. They're trying to decide. They're forcing the throw. Derek's going to try to score. Yes, he is going to score. So we got a sacrifice fly to center field. That gets Derek in our first run of the game. That'll bring up Sawyer. We'll bring up Sawyer Sito. He flew out to right and has a strikeout tonight. Jake over there at first base. Nice to get a run. We need to keep this rolling to get a few more. And that's off the end of the bat, it seemed like. So they'll flip it to the second. Are they going to get 2? No, they will not. No, they will not. So they got... So ball hit right at the second baseman. Flipped it to short. Short tried to turn 2. Was not able to do so. So 2 outs. Runner back on first. Okay, so Seth Bernthal will come to the plate. Got out on a grounder to third and on a fielder's choice to what I have down to the shortstops. I think 2 ground balls. Yeah, there was a chopper up the middle. I think that shortstop fielded and touched second on his second run up. So here we go. Seth, ball 1 to him. Okay, that one he fouled off, I think off his leg there. So 1-1 count. Yeah, rain update, similar. Just keeps on coming down. Not heavy, but definitely not stopping. Ooh, Seth hit that one well. It's right at the left fielder. Hit really well though. Just right at him, unfortunately. So that will close out the 6th with 1 run for the Lancers. So we're on the board, but still down 7-1 going into the 7th. All right, so Blair Taylor is their number 3 batter here. Double trap. He had a strikeout, a bunt hit, and a double. I think he hit that double down the line really hard. Here it is, another one. Swung on, hard hit, ground ball, just fouled down the left field line for 0-1 count. Zimmerman on the mound, pitching again to Wales. Tanner keeps playing over there. He's got a little bit of a mud pit going on at first base, looks like. That's the worst area on the infield right now. Other areas seem to be holding up pretty well. The batter's box and pitcher's mound too, but yeah, strike two off speed. 0-2 here, count to Trip. Yeah, good pitch on the outside corner. Tried to get him to chase. 1-2. Oop, just missed outside. Fastball there. Zimmerman works quickly, that's for sure. It's always been something he's done. He's ready to go. Oop, a little bit up. All right, full count here. Doesn't want to lose him after being up 0-2. Oop, there we go. To Nelson, backhands it over to Quaid on the hop. Missed. Unfortunately, Quaid could not come up with that one on the long hop. So here we go. On the error, they got their first base runner of the inning. All right, so that brings us to the number 4 batter, the pitcher, Brady Thompson. He's struck out and then got on an error the second 2 times up tonight. So this is by far the most errors the Lancers have had this year. I think we're up to 4 this game. Ball 1 just missed. Just a little bit up, I think. So runner on first. Nobody out. Swing and miss, off speed. 1-1. Ball, check swing there. So that'll get us to a 1-2 count on Thompson. Rain has picked up again. Isn't that just the way it's working tonight? Lancers in the field and the rain picks up. It is starting to come down more. This is probably close to as much as heavy as it's been tonight. So here we go. That was a swing and miss, fouled straight back. So 1-2 count, and the rain is coming down. So Zimmerman here works. 1-2 count. Runner on first. Nobody out. Checks at first. Oh, picks him off. The runner did not slide. Caught him napping as he was leading off. Tanner applies the tag, and I didn't see it. I wasn't even watching, but I saw the tail end of it. And we got a pickoff at first. Nice job, Zimmerman and Quaid. To get the runner napping there for out number 1. Here we go, 1-2 count. Batter called timeout. Here we go. Oop, blew it by him. Strike 3. Good work. Here we go. 2 outs. So just like that. Nice work, Zimmerman. Took it into his own hands, picked off the runner, struck out the batter. I think the ump is thinking he's going to call it here. I'm not quite sure what he's thinking. It's coming down too much. We shall see. We're getting to have some pretty good puddles there at first base. I think they are calling it. I'm not sure. Okay, so they're bringing the players off the field here as it is coming down the hardest it's come down all night. And we're starting to get some pretty good puddles out there. We'll see what they decide to do here. Hold tight. 2 outs. Top of the 7th. And Lancers. This was a big game for them. It's always fun playing under the lights at Carson Park. Just a few too many miscues. Blair Taylor handed to them, though. They put the bat on the ball. Had some solid hits. Like 7 of them tonight. And capitalized on some Immanuel errors. Thompson did a good job again. I imagine he's getting close to 100 pitches, but he's still rolling for him. Similar to the last time that we played against him, it was hard to get runs against him, and I think they're going to call it ball game. Ball game has been called. All right, so that's it. Blair Taylor with the W tonight. yeah, with the rain, this is getting to be unplayable. Yeah, so thanks everybody for hanging in there. 24 of you, thanks for staying up late, supporting the Lancers. We go again tomorrow night. I think we're back here at Carson Park for a game tomorrow night. Hopefully they can bounce back. They do still control their destiny. They just got to win the rest of their games here and have at least a chance, I think, at least to have a share of the conference title if they win out here. But still some work to do. Thanks everybody for joining us. Have a good night.